Why countries can't just print more money. $1 trillion couldn't buy lunch. That actually happened. Millions of people watched their savings become almost worthless. And the crazy part, it all started with what sounds like the perfect solution. Printing more money, need more schools, print money, need more hospitals, print money, want everyone to be richer, print money. Sounds obvious. So why doesn't every country do it? Because throughout history, countries that tried often ended up creating economic disasters instead of prosperity. And once you understand why, you'll never look at money the same way again. The simple question. Let's be honest, most people have had this thought before. If money helps solve problems, why not just create more of it? After all, governments print money, banks create money, new money appears all the time. So what's stopping a country from making everyone rich overnight? The answer is surprisingly simple. Money isn't wealth, and that's where everything changes. Money isn't the goal. Imagine you're stranded on an island. You have $10 million in cash. Sounds great, except there's no food, no water, no shelter. Suddenly your $10 million are just colorful pieces of paper. You can't eat them. You can't drink them. You can't build a house with them because money itself isn't valuable. What matters is what money can buy. Food, homes, cars, medicine, electricity, coffee, especially coffee. Money is just the tool we use to exchange those things, and that's a huge difference. The pizza experiment. Let's imagine a small town. The town has 100 pizzas, and everyone together has $1,000. Simple enough. Now the government prints another $1,000 and gives it to everyone. Sounds fantastic, except there's a problem. The town still has only 100 pizzas. No extra dough, no extra cheese, no extra pizzas. Now, twice as much money is chasing the exact same amount of food. What happens? People start offering more money, prices rise. The pizzas didn't become better, the money became less valuable. That's inflation. And this is where things start getting interesting, because inflation isn't really about prices going up. Sometimes it's about money losing value. The dangerous loop at first. Inflation doesn't seem like a big deal. A coffee costs a little more, then groceries cost a little more, then rent goes up, then everything goes up. People get frustrated, so governments sometimes print even more money to help people afford higher prices. Sounds reasonable, but now there's even more money chasing the same amount of goods, which pushes prices even higher, which leads to more printing, which leads to even higher prices. And suddenly you're stuck in a vicious cycle, like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. Not ideal. When it actually happened, this isn't just a theory. Countries have tried it. One of the most famous examples was Zimbabwe. The government kept creating more money. At first, nothing seemed too unusual. Then prices started rising. Then they started exploding. Eventually, people needed huge stacks of cash to buy everyday items. The country even printed trillion-dollar banknotes. Imagine becoming a trillionaire and still struggling to buy groceries. That's not the dream people had in mind. Germany faced a similar problem in the 1920s. The pattern was almost identical. More money, higher prices, more printing, even higher prices. The results were devastating. So why do countries print money at all? Here's where things get confusing, because countries print money all the time. Wait, what? If printing money is dangerous, why do central banks keep doing it? Because small amounts can actually help the economy. During recessions, businesses slow down, people spend less, investment drops. In theory, adding money can help keep the economy moving, but there's a limit, and that's the key. Printing money works best when the economy can also produce more goods and services, more products, more jobs, more businesses, more value. Without that, you're just creating more money, not more wealth, and those are not the same thing. The real secret. This is the part most people never hear. Countries don't become rich because they have more money. Countries become rich because they produce more value, more technology, more innovation, more skills, more factories, more services, more solutions to people's problems. Money is simply a scoreboard. It measures value. It doesn't create it. And that's why no country has ever printed its way to prosperity. The bottom line. So why can't countries just print more money? Because money only works when it represents real value. Print more value and the economy grows. Print only more money and prices eventually catch up. The money printer can create currency, but it can't create wealth. And that's a difference worth remembering, because the next time someone says, why don't we just print more money? You'll know the answer. And maybe the bigger question is this: if money isn't wealth, what actually is? If you enjoyed this explanation and want more simple breakdowns of how money really works, subscribe to Money Theory.